Kiss today goodbye, the sweetness and the sorrow. Wish me luck the same to you, but I can't regret what I did for love, what I did for love.
Christine.
Hi.
Hi, it's Shawn.
And Roy.
We hope that you enjoyed this evening.
It was an honor to be a part of this evening.
It was, and it was a labor of love for you. We couldn't think of a better way to honor you and all you've done for us.
It was so much fun to come in on Monday and rehearse the show Top Secret, and then be here for Tuesday night's rehearsal, Wednesday night's tech rehearsal, and then all day today we ran errands and got ourselves ready for tonight.
We knew that the show had to be Christine Lightcap perfection, so we hope you enjoyed it. And thank you for being a mentor, a friend. Thank you for teaching me how to be an amazing actor and a director. I hope we made you proud.
Thank you for having patience, love, and faith. Thank you for allowing me to be the youngest music director to ever direct at the Talent Company. And under your guidance, I have learned so many things that I take everywhere I go.
Roy and I fight every day who's a bigger fan.
It's me.
It's me. But the most important thing is we love you and we thank you.
So very much. We do have one thing we want to say before we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
We call pants. Love ya.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
It's not where you start,
it's where you finish. It's not how you go, it's how you land. 100 to 1 shot, they call you a klutz. Can outrun the favorite, all you need is the guts. Your final return will not diminish, and you can be the cream of the crop. It's not where you start, it's where you finish, and you're gonna finish on top. Not where you start, it's where you finish. All you need is the guts. Final return will not diminish, and you can be the cream of the crop. It's not where you start, it's where you finish, and you're gonna finish on top. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to an evening with Chris here at the Empire Theater, which really should be called the Talent Company stage at the Christine Lightcap Theater. It should be called that. Anyway, I am thrilled to be your master of ceremonies this evening. Perhaps it's fitting because I've shared the stage with this lovely lady for the last 5 consecutive decades. It's true. We were together in the 60s in Limestone Productions. In the early 70s, we helped open Salt City Center for the Performing Arts with a production of On the Town. She played Hildy the cab driver. I was Gaby, the lovelorn sailor. I got to slap her around a little bit in Oliver at the Landmark. She was Nancy, I was Bill Sykes. Boom! Crowd went crazy. And then we actually played brother and sister in Annie, in Easy Street. She was Miss Hannigan, I was Rooster, with direction from Broadway's Richard Zambellico. And she was marvelous. The reason for the opening number is that is the first show that Chris and I co-starred together. We shared the same bill. The year was 1978 at the brand new Marriott Hotel. And they built a lovely stage in the ballroom. There was no backstage, there was no dressing room per se. The ballroom was off the kitchen and the hallway from the hotel. So the dressing rooms were actually up one floor. So we were up and running and having a wonderful time, and all of a sudden I had to make a costume change, and I went from casual clothes to a tuxedo. And so I got the elevator, went up, came down, and I'm supposed to sit in the audience. She's on stage doing her thing, and I'm sitting there watching, and the audience is laughing, and she's cavorting and carrying on. The audience is laughing, and I'm looking and I'm thinking, I don't remember this part. And it's gone. Maybe I thought I got here really quick, I guess. But 20 seconds go by, I waited. And, I don't even remember this in rehearsal. So all of a sudden, the light came on. It dawned on me, oh my God, I'm not early, I'm late. And so I said my cue, the light came on, and she looked at me, we're on stage, and looks could kill. You just wait till we get off that stage, mister. Well, she couldn't have been too upset because we ended up doing another 50 shows together. So I guess it's okay. One quick story, something about Christine that struck me from the very first. She's a leader, and she has vision. And because of that, she was the first at many, many things. One of the firsts was a chorus line. It's one of my favorite stories. And I remember this story like it was yesterday, because it seems like it to me. But it was in August of 1980-something. I was on the air, it was shortly after 4 o'clock, maybe a little after, and request line rang. And it was Chris. I said, 93Q. Bob, it's Chris. Oh, hi Chris, what can I do for you? I need your help. Sure, what's wrong? I'm on the George Washington Bridge. Oh, Chris, for God's sake, don't jump. It's okay. She said, no, Marlene's car broke down and I have to get to the MTI to see if I can get the rights for a chorus line. The first regional rights are going to be released and I gotta get there. So, okay, what do you want? She said, well, would you play Zach? I said, sure. Do you want to go in with me? Yeah, how much? Well, we can't talk about it now. I gotta go. I said, well, okay. Now I'm on the air, so I put the phone down, doing the weather, put the phone down, doing traffic. She's still talking. I said, Chris, just get a cab, go to MTI, get the rights, and call me. She did, and she said, I got the rights. I said, oh, great, it's wonderful. She said, how are we going to cast it? Where are we going to find the dance? We'll call every single dance studio within a 50-mile radius. Long story short, we go to the Boulevard to have the auditions, and it was lined with people from everywhere, from Ithaca, from Cortland, from Binghamton, from Rochester, from Oneida, from Oneonta. And we didn't have a problem. We put 5 productions of Chorus Line together, the last 2 directed by N.C. Hamilton. Wow. Congratulations. Stories and tributes and songs to come, but first,
Mr. Brown, I gotta stop you right here, please. You can't address Chris at the talent company without taking things way back. So I'd like to take this opportunity to take everybody way back. Many years ago, I had the very honored opportunity to play Riff Raff in one of my favorite shows, the Rocky Horror Show, created to me by Chris. And I see some of my fellow cast members here from some of those productions. So maybe I'll get you all on your feet because I got a chance to sing this very well-known tune from the show, signature tune. It starts like this. Ready? Everybody. Let's do the time warp again. It goes like this. It's just a jump to the left. Let's step to the right. With your hands on your waist.
She's a natural coffee. up, give me gas.
And we shall leave it here, not to eat but see.
A pineapple
For me,
from me.
from you.
From the office of the mayor. Dear Christine, this letter is to recognize you for the positive impact you have had on Syracuse by promoting theater throughout the community. The Syracuse Talent Company is among Syracuse's oldest and most well-known theater production companies. With a proud tradition of presenting top quality shows at affordable prices and promoting artistic expression, we are very appreciative of the commitment you have made to promote this aspect of our community. As the founder, president, and executive director of the Syracuse Talent Company, and as a native Syracusan and Syracuse University graduate, it is clear you have a deep commitment to the city of Syracuse. You have taken pride in this community and made a substantial commitment to give back by providing over 200 productions to audiences in Syracuse for over 45 years. The Talent Company has been recognized for its award-winning productions by numerous awards for exceptional quality, which is a strong testament to your skill and work ethic. On a personal note, your success in pursuing your passion for the arts is equally impressive. With over 150 starring roles to your credit, you have been center stage in our community for many years. As a member of Actors Equity and SAG, you have built a tour resume that includes not only local venues, but off-Broadway shows and both national and international performances. Additionally, you have received an award for Outstanding Individual Achievement in Area Theater by the Theater Alliance of Greater Syracuse. I also offer you congratulations for your numerous nominations for Best Actress, Best Supporting Actress, Best Director, and especially for winner of Best Actress for your portrayal of Dolly in Hello, Dolly. Your work and commitment to this community speaks for itself, and I thank you again for bringing this passion to promoting the arts in Syracuse. Sincerely, Stephanie A. Miner, Mayor of Syracuse. It is also my honor to present October 16th as Christine Lightcap Day. If we were to have everyone that you have ever impacted, we would have to rent out the Carrier Dome. We didn't have the budget, so. But this is our home, so there's no other place to do this. There were so many people who couldn't be here tonight, and so we sent out a call to get some videos so that we could have some messages from people who love and adore you. So throughout this evening, you will see some video packages of family that wants to say thank you to you.
Christine, thank you for creating the Talent Company. It gave me a place where I felt I belonged and I could work on my craft. The lessons I learned were invaluable throughout my performance career, and now these many years later when I helped to co-found Woodland Theatre Company. It seems unfair to burden two small words with the weight of my appreciation, but here goes. Thank you.
Hello, Christine. It's Annie. How are you this evening? What a beautiful time to celebrate a phenomenal woman, a woman that has been close to my heart for so many years. You're in the details of all my life. When I was a little girl and I met you, I was so insecure and not sure of myself, and you took me under your wings and showed me the world through the theater and gave my whole family a place to grow up with you, and I can't thank you enough for that. I hope tonight you will see how much you are deeply loved. I hope it's full of joy and fond memories, memories of how, like, when I was a little girl, I would run home from school and try to get to you before I got docked while other kids were going to see General Hospital. So you just were someone that I was so attached to and I wanted to make happy, and you have filled my heart so much, and I hope this evening you leave feeling loved deeply. I love you. Mwah.
Hi Chris, this is Joe from quite a while back. Cindy sends her regards. She would be here, but her arthritis is bothering her, and we live quite a ways from here. I just wanted to say that we really appreciate all that you've done over the years for our family, helping us to, letting us be a part of everything that you do. They say that stories are one of the things that make a people and a culture, and you've been telling the iconic stories of America for a lot of years with music and dance and your own magic and determination. And I'd just like to say that it's been an honor and a privilege, and we all love you. Thanks a lot.
Another one of the staples for the talent company was Nonsense. Nonsense, sure, Paul, absolutely. Nonsense made its debut in 1990 with 9 different productions at different venues like the Hotel Syracuse, Three Rivers Inn, the Turning Stone Resort and Casino, and right here at the Empire Theater. Ladies and gentlemen, Nonsense is Hannah Troy.
Stop the song, you've got me wrong. I say so wrong, I'm not as strong a person as you think. We
get too comfy in that seat when I strut my stuff, you'll be on your feet. I was born to sing and dance. Not every show is Cinderella has got to come from polka talent. My soul will rise like bubbles in champagne. It's not to be no mathematician. I was born to amuse from the tip of my nose to the tap of my shoe. To strike the band and hand me my hat and my cane. But I was born to answer.
Things I could do than go with a boy or two, even though the neighborhood thinks I'm trashy and no good. I suppose it could be true. There are worse things I could do. Flirt with all the guys, smile at them and at my eyes, press against them when we dance, make them think they stand a chance, then refuse to see it through. There are worse things I could do. I could stay home every night.
I was obsessed with the movie.
Was?
I'm obsessed with the movie. I'm one of those rare people who even like Grease too. Anyway, I love the music. I would sing it throughout the neighborhood and annoy all the neighbors. And then my mom got me tickets to see my very first theatrical production ever, and it was the talent company's Grease. And I was blown away. I couldn't believe I was seeing my favorite movie on stage. But something stuck out to me. There was a character in the show that I didn't know. And it was brilliantly played by Gino. And it was his character, Roger. And he sang the song Mooning, and I went to my mom and I said, someday, I'll be that guy. And Chris has produced the talent company Grease consecutively 4 decades. And I was lucky enough to be Roger in the 90s. casino. And then, to make more of my dreams come true, I had the honor to direct the 2000 company of Greece, the most recent, summer of 2012. Yes, that's what I just said, Brenda. I just said 2012. I got to learn how to be a brilliant director at a table right over here with Christine, teaching me the whole way with my favorite show. And well, the cool thing about Grease is that if you've been a part of the talent company Grease, you are part of this sorority fraternity thing. You are a greaser and a pink lady, and it doesn't matter whether you were in 80s, 90s, or in the 2000s cast. So, I thought, in Grease fashion, we would do a little sing-along. You have these on your table. And at this time, I'm going to ask my greasers and my pink ladies from all companies of the talent company Grease to get up here. Just like in the alma mater, please rise. Walk up the bump, walk back road. We go together.
I feel like my videos should probably be better quality because it is what I'm doing for a living now. But frankly, I can't edit one more video or my fingers will fall off. My greatest memory of Christine Lightcap and the talent company, there's a lot of good ones. There's a lot of good ones. I think, well, it has to be my first real interaction with the talent company when I worked backstage on their production of Grease in 1991, and I was 13 years old and I had wanted to be in it really badly. I wanted to play Duty, but at 13 I was too young to be in that show, especially when some of the people playing teenagers were far from it, but I digress. So I worked backstage, but I brought in my own costumes and I kept them hidden in case the actor playing Duty could not fulfill his responsibilities. I also found out that he had an allergy to root beer. So I prepared all the food for the show, which if you know Grease, there was a ton of food, and I may have put root beer in the punch, hoping that he would get sick and I would have to go on. To think this even came from a 13-year-old is horrible. Yeah, so I think that might be my favorite memory. And I have one more. One of the last shows I did for the talent company was the Full Monty, which was an amazing experience. I loved every second of it. And one of my favorite memories that makes me laugh is the final moment, the final big reveal where we show our junk to the audience and the big light behind us hits. It was a dress rehearsal, and as you know, Mel Rivkin used to take photos of every dress rehearsal and then put them in a book, and you could buy copies for very cheap. It was very sweet of him. That's how I got a lot of my pictures. But he actually took pictures of that moment, of that big reveal. So they were in the book to buy, so people could buy naked pictures of me and Mark Bell and Tony Brown and Joe Spado and the lot of us. So that makes me laugh as well. I wonder if anyone bought them, and if they did, can I get a copy? Christine, thank you for so many great memories, and Brenda and everyone at the talent company, and that's all. I feel like it was like the army. I was like boot camp for a young performer. My video is almost 3 minutes. I'm done. I'm out.
Hi Christine, it's Amy. I was so happy when Shawn said they were doing this for you. I wish I could be there, but just please know I'm sending lots of love and kisses, mwah, 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 from California. God, I miss you guys. I want to talk about my fond memories of doing shows at the talent company, from Camelot, The Music Man, Joseph, Fame, what's that other one? Oh, Grease, yes, and Grease again. They honestly were some of the best times of my life, and I often look back on those shows and can't help but smile at the people I met, the experiences we had, and I just want to thank you for that. But also I want to thank you for a very important lesson that I learned watching you, and that is every day I kind of ask myself, whether I'm working with students or I'm speaking to my own children, we ask ourselves 2 questions. Have I done this well? Have I done this right? And am I going to be proud of the finished product? And I hope that the answer is yes. I learned that from watching you produce a show. I always knew as a singer, as an actress, that when you and Brenda were behind the wheel, I didn't need to worry about what the finished product was going to look like. I knew that you were doing it well and you were doing it right. And that means a lot when you're on stage singing, exposing yourself to, not exposing yourself, you know what I mean. Sorry. Anyway, when you're acting in front of hundreds, if not more, people, the last thing you want to worry about is, am I going to sound good? Am I going to look good? And I never had to worry about that in a talent company show, except maybe the harem pants in Joseph. That was not my best look, but I was a good sport. I went along with it, and in the end you were right. It turned out great. So thank you for teaching me that lesson, and I continue to teach that to, again, my students and children every day. One of, obviously, hands down, my most favorite moment at the Empire Theater or the New Times Theater or whatever you're calling it these days had to be standing on a collapsible lunch table singing Summer Nights when it decided to collapse. And I learned 2 things that night. One, applesauce and macaroni are very slippery when you're wearing saddle shoes. And 2, the show must go on. You just surf and you go with it. Such a silly night, and I wouldn't change it for the world. Fantastic. Other memories, of course, I mean, anything in Greece. I'm sure you've heard this many times, but the cast of Grease, we became very close during that show. Maybe more close than any other show I've ever done in my life. And it was a really special bond, and so I want to thank you for creating that experience and for being a part of that experience. Again, I love you. I thank you for so many wonderful memories, so many wonderful lessons, so many wonderful experiences, and I wish you the best. I'm sorry I'm not there. Much love to you and everyone else. I miss you all. Can't wait to see you again soon. Love you. Bye.
Come on along and listen to the Hipparray and Ballyhoo, the lullaby of Broadway, the rumble of the subway train, the rattle of the taxis, the daffodils who entertain, and Angelos and Maxis,
I travel to be where you are? How far is the journey from here to star? How much do I love you?
How much do I love you?
I'll tell you
a lie. How deep is the ocean? How high is the sky? And if I ever lost you, how much would I cry? How deep is the ocean? How high is the sky? You if you do. It was Damn Yankees. Yeah, July 21st, 1994. And just for historical sake, the second production of Damn Yankees featured a young gentleman known as Steve Kazee, who went on to win the Tony Award. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, Damn Yankees.
Should start. Gotta have hope. Mustn't sit around and hope. Nothing's half as bad as it may appear. Wait till next year and hope. When your luck is batting zero, pick your chin up off the floor. Mister, you can be a hero. You can open any door, there's nothing to it but to do it. You gotta have heart, miles and miles and miles and heart. Oh, you can be the genius, of course, but keep that old horse before the cart. But you first got heart.
A great slugger we haven't got. A great pitcher we haven't got. A great ball club we haven't got. What do we got? We got heart. Crazy is heart. You'll never win. That's the greatest star. We got hope. Mustn't sit around and hope.
I'm so happy that I'm London. It's the hard thing to do. I know our ship will come in. It's 10 years overdue.
We got heart. Miles and miles and miles of heart. Oh, it's fun to be a genius, of course, but keep that old horse before the cart. So what's the heck's the use of trying? Why should we curse? We gotta get better, 'cause we can't get worse. And it's like this. We got heart. We got heart. We got heart.
as long as we need to be. Oh yes, it does leave me in spite of what you see. I'm sure that we meet me. Who else would love you still when
Seems so much when he's gone, but when he's near me, I don't let on the way I feel inside, the love I have to hide. Oh, I've got my I'll play this game his way as long as he needs me. I know where I must be. I'll cling on steadfastly as long as he as long as life is long, I'll love you right or wrong, and somehow I'll be strong as long as he needs me. If you are lonely, then you know when someone needs you.
am so honored to be able to speak about Chris Lightcap, all the way from over the rainbow in Topeka, Kansas. I would venture to guess that I am one of several people that never, ever had difficulties with Christine during rehearsals or performances, or ever. She never yelled at me, nor I at her. She never said no to me, nor I to her. She let me create. She walked through my rehearsals. She smiled and just let me do my own thing. I loved going to rehearsals. I was a musical director and conductor. I didn't have to act. I didn't have to make anything. I just got to have fun. Christine has a way of picking casts that just work out. She has vision. She had a lot of help going her way. Great costumers, Miss Karen for hair and wigs, Miss Cindy for lights, sets, tech, sound and light people, stage managers, and let us not forget her associate producer, Miss Neuss. Brenda was truly her partner in crime. Chris worked people hard. She believed in her casts and everyone involved in the shows. And she had a real eye for detail. I like that the best, I think. I was always so glad when she called me when I lived in Syracuse and when I would fly in from Kansas to work on her shows. I knew there would be, let's use the word, excitement on the projects. I know. Well, there might have been some drama, but the end project was always wonderful. I was proud to be part of her productions. I know the evening is spectacular as it should be, and I'm so sorry I can't be there, but I'm working on Evita. However, I am proud to call you my friend, and I love you. Thanks for the memories, Nancy Sue. Mwah.
Hi, Christine. It's Brandy. I'm sorry I couldn't be there for your big day. As I was thinking about it, I realized that I've known you since I was 7 years old. The first show we did together was Oliver at the Landmark Theater. You were Nancy. Then you served me cold mush on the stage at Salt City during Annie. And just a few years ago, we shared a dressing room together. Well, I shared a dressing room with your shoes and your jewelry for White Christmas. A lot of years, a lot of amazing memories, a lot of great, great times. You taught me so much. You gave me so many opportunities. You taught me to toughen up and be tough, but you also taught me that red Twizzlers can pretty much cure anything. I'm sending my love, I'm sending my thoughts, I'm sending everything to you.
Hi, my name's Brian Morey, giving my Christine Lightcap shout out. My most fond memory was the first memory I ever had of her. In 1994, they were moving into the Empire Theatre at the Fairgrounds. They were doing Damn Yankees. Cast me as a ball boy. It was just my 9th grade summer in high school. Had the first rehearsal with the director from New York, Mark Frawley. Then Chris calls me up and says, unfortunately, we can't use you as a ball boy. And I thought, well, that's great, you know, one summer gone. Darn, now what am I going to do? She says, no, we think you'd be better for the lead. And that just set me afire. And she made the lead of her show happen for the rest of high school. The directors I worked with at Talent Company gave me my letters of recommendation for college and steered me on the path, and I followed it. So it's kind of just basically all thanks to Chris, the whole progression of where I've taken my career. So thank you, Chris. It was a really great run. I had a great time with you.
Hey there, Christine Lightcap. Stephen Hope here. I don't think I've seen you since we ran into each other after the Scarlet Pimpernel, and that was quite a while ago. You know, I'd really enjoy being there with you tonight to celebrate you, but unfortunately, fortunately for me, I'm heading down to Sarasota, Florida to do a production of Hairspray through the winter. I was asked if I had any stories about you. Well, there is one that comes to mind immediately, and that is the one of our first face-to-face meeting. Do you remember that? Let me jog your memory. Picture it. Syracuse, 1996. You and Brenda have brought me up to direct and choreograph Anything Goes. It's a big musical, and I've conceived it and choreographed it to within an inch of its life, including the overture and entr'acte, with multiple styles, of course, theater dance and character dance, a little Fred and Ginger, and of course, a lot of big tap numbers. And y'all are meeting me at the train station, waiting for me on the platform, me, your director-choreographer, who appears at the door on crutches. Now, it was just a little bit of a sprain, nothing that a good old ace bandage couldn't take care of, but I don't think that was the thought that crossed your mind, because even though that Christine Lightcap smile never faltered, I watched your eyes grow as big as plates and all the blood drain out of your cheeks. So I think your first thought was a little closer to, oh, but you took me in, crutches and all, right into the Talent Company family, and we put on a heck of a show. It was a wonderful experience for me. It was a blast. I was looking over the notices just before I taped this, and I want to remind you of a couple of things that were said. Excuse my glasses. Anything Goes burst with vitality. A bright and brassy winner. And all singing, all dancing extravaganza. And finally, remarkable. Now, we could say it was one of those times when, the planets aligned just so, and the moon was in a perfect phase, and Mercury never went retrograde. I mean, if you believe any of that, I think it was probably because Christine Lightcap brought to that, as she did with everything, an abundance of vision and dedication and passion and talent and perseverance. And all you need to do is look around you tonight, and you'll see all of the people here who were affected and inspired by that passion and vision and talent and perseverance and dedication. And this is just a fraction of the people you affected in such a positive way. I know you affected me that way. And to this day, I am ever so grateful that for one brief moment, you included me in what you did for love. So, you take care of yourself, and let's not let it go another 15 years before we see each other again, okay?
I've never walked when I can run. I don't believe I ever could. People try to slow me down, saying, boy, you really should kick back at you, but I can't stand still. I called the doctor, he said, son, I cannot offer you a pill. So I never found relief, and now I've got to move until I've had my fill, but I can't stand still. Back where I come from, life's never humdrum. I wish I could take it there. Oh, yeah, the word that I feel, life is sweet, ain't no doubt. Grab a seat, check it out. Oh, I thought it never would end, but I lost it somehow. But you look at me now, I'm trying hard to tone it down. Gotta watch my P's and Q's, maybe look before I leave, and then I think, hey, what's the use? Ain't done it yet. I can't forget how it feels when you get to your top. Don't even start to suggest that I stop. I never will. I can't. No, 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 no. I can't stand still.
Hold up. Everything I ever learned that gets me through the worst, I learned at my mama's knee. Every time I'm turned around, I turn to mama first, and you'll be wise to memorize what mama says to me. Now mama ain't been wrong yet, and I'm living proof. Take that one first. Mama says don't hold a toaster while standing in the shower. Now who can argue with that? Mama says don't hold your breath for longer than an hour. And she a wizard what? And mama says it doesn't matter if you're a king or you're a clown. Once you drive up a mountain, you can't back down. Now listen up, mama's got a lot more to say. Mama says don't drink hot coffee while lying down in bed. Don't even give it a thought. Mama says never eat anything that's bigger than your head. Is she a wizard what? And mama says it doesn't matter if you drive a hard bargain or drive around town. Once you drive up a mountain, remember boy, everyone's counting on you. Once you drive up a mountain, you can't back down. And that's my mama.
this summer. Blue and green and streaming in the yellow sky. So if someone special comes my way this summer, he might notice me passing by. And so I'll try to make it easier to find me in the stillness of July, because a breeze might blow a rainbow behind me that might happen to catch the gentleman's eye. And he might smile and take me by the hand this summer, making me recall how lovely love can be. And so I will probably wear ribbons down my back, shining in my hair, that he might notice me. And so I will probably wear ribbons down my back, shining in my hair, that he might notice me.
No talent company history could be complete without mentioning Lacage. It starred Frank D'Amato and that other fella. And for a delightful medley of delicious, delightful, delectable Cagel. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend, my colleague, my best man at my wedding. Ladies and gentlemen, Frank D'Amato.
Think I wouldn't have one. For many years, the group of us played cards at Chris's house. When you went there, if maybe at a rehearsal or somewhere you went, you happened to mention that there was a dish that you liked. Oh, I love banana cream pie, or I love covered as a block, whatever. When you got there, Chris and me, it was there. I can never remember sitting at that card table and ever having to get up for food or a drink. Now, the problem with that was we started at 7 and we went home at 2 o'clock in the morning. And we only played one hand. Rich would be out somewhere, he'd come in, and that's how he knew it was time to have dessert. Because that's all Rich wanted. Second story. Chris and Rich went to the I am my own special creation. So, come take a look. Give me the hook or the ovation. It's my world that I want to have a little pride in. My world, and it's not a place I have to hide in. Life's not worth a damn till you can say, hey world, I am what I am. I am what I am. I don't want praise. I don't want pity. I bang my own drum. Some think it's noise. You thought it was pretty. And so what if we love each feather and each mangle? Why not try to see things from a different angle? Your life is a shame till you can shout out loud, I am what I am. I am what I am, and what I am needs no excuses. You dealt your own deck. Sometimes the ace, sometimes the deuces. There's one life, and there's no return and no deposit. One life, so it's time to open up your closet. Life's not worth a damn till you can say, hey Chris, you are what you are.
Hey Christine, I'm so sorry that I can't be there for your party right now. I just wanted to take a moment to tell you how much I love you and how much I miss you. You gave me so many opportunities and experiences when I was young and so influential, and with those experiences you were so loving and nurturing, and for that and so much more, I just completely and deeply adore you. Have the best time at this party, and as soon as I'm home in Syracuse, we are going out, sister. I miss you.
So when I was really young, my mom took me to see a show at the talent company, and I saw kids on stage, and I said, Mom, I want to do that. So pretty soon, like everybody was doing in those days, the talent company did The Sound of Music, and I got to do the show, and I met Chris, and I was instantly terrified because I'd never met a woman who spoke that loud. But over the next couple months, I got more hugs than I ever have in my life from that woman, and I realized she was a big softie. And over the years, I think some of my fondest childhood memories occurred on stage or backstage at the Empire Theater. So thank you, Chris, for believing in me and for teaching me that hard work pays off and for insisting on excellence. I also want to point out that I got the privilege of sharing the stage with Chris in No No Nanette about maybe 10 years ago. And it was like a master class in comedy. She just had to walk on stage with that vacuum cleaner and the entire audience was in stitches. It was raucous, actually. So thank you, Chris, for stealing the show out from under my little 17-year-old tapping feet. Anyway, I wish I was there to celebrate. Have a great time.
Hey, Christine. Steve Kazee here. You may not recognize me underneath all of this scruff, but it's me. And I just wanted to send along a short message to let you know that I'm thinking about you and that I'm sending every little bit of love that I have your way. I wish I could be there in person. Unfortunately, geography and schedule is keeping that from happening. But I want you to know that I am there as much as I can be there tonight, and that I am so thankful for everything that you've done for me, and I don't know that I've ever had the opportunity to properly thank you in the way that I would like to, and especially on Tony night, as I stood up there sort of in the whirlwind of things, I had promised myself that if I had won, I would try to remember everything and everyone that I wanted to thank, and that ended up not happening. And so now I have the perfect opportunity to say thank you for everything that you did for me and all of the opportunities that you provided for me when I first came to Syracuse. And you allowed me the opportunity to really be an actor and to play a lot of big parts that I would have probably not ever had the chance to play otherwise, and that prepared me for things that came down the road. And there's this video and having to say all this from 3,000 miles away just doesn't do it justice for me. But I want you to know that I love you, and I'm thinking of you, and I'm sending you all the love in the world. And if there's anything that I can do, you please reach out to me, and I will hopefully see you very soon. Okay, bye-bye.
And in each of the productions, she always directed I Feel Pretty and A Boy Like That. Here now, the quintet from West Side Story.
The Jets are gonna have their day tonight. The Sharks are gonna have their way tonight. The Puerto Ricans trouble, fair fight, but if they start a rumble, we'll rumble alright. We're gonna have them a surprise tonight. We're gonna cut them down to size tonight. We said okay to love this, no tricks, but just in case they jump us, we're ready to tonight. We're gonna rock it tonight. We're gonna jazz it up and have some fun. We're gonna get it tonight. The more they turn it on, the harder they fall. Will they begin it? Will they begin it? And we're the ones who's trying to stop the world tonight.
I need is gonna get a keys tonight. We'll have a pretty little meets tonight. And walking down the night, so don't matter if he's tired, as long as he's hot.
Tonight, tonight won't be just any night. Tonight there will be no morning star. Tonight, tonight I'll see my love tonight, and for us stars will stop where they are. Today the minutes seem like hours, the hours go so slowly, and still the sky is light. Oh, grow bright, and make this endless day endless night. I'm counting on you to be there tonight. When Diesel wins it fair and square tonight. That Puerto Rican punk will go down, and when he's hollered, Uncle will tear up the town. So I can count on you, boy. We're gonna have some fun.
Tonight there will be no morning star.
We'll see you there, darling. We're gonna rock it tonight. We're gonna do it tonight. It's gonna get
Christine has performed throughout the years. These are some of her favorites. Enjoy this musical montage.
You'll be great, gonna have a whole world on a plane.
parade passes by, I've gotta go and taste Saturday's high life before the parade passes by. I've gotta get some life back into my life. I'm ready to move out in front. I've had enough of just passing by life with the rest of them, the rest of them. I can hold my head up high, for I'm gonna go again, I'm gonna drive again, I wanna feel my heart coming alive again before the parade passes
So much fun tonight. Christine, so much talent in your talent company. And I see the wheels turning in your head. You're trying to figure out how you can extend this and sell tickets. It's one night only. It's really, it's great to look out and see all these faces here tonight. And realize that we all have one thing in common, and that is that every single one of us, at one point or another, is wanting to put our hands around your throat. For tonight, Bob Brown is the best MC in the history. Shawn Forster. His heart, his soul, his everything into making this night happen. The videos, everything, his direction. The guy is a gem of a human being. And of course, Brenda. So I met Christine 30 some odd years ago when I was a student at Syracuse University. And I remember our very first meeting. She wanted me to meet her outside on the street in front of my dorm. And one of us was punctual. But I have to tell you, she knows how to make entrance. And when she pulled up in that little red sports car, fur coat, cigarette dangling out the side of the bright red lipstick, I fell in love. So, Christine. Yeah, truly, when I saw you, I thought, oh my God, it's Betty Rizzo, it's Auntie Mame, and it's Mama Rose all rolled into one. It's a young gay man, and please, this is like theater history happening before my eyes. I was in heaven. And then she spoke, and I heard that voice. That voice that would lead me countless endless messages on my answer. That voice that can break your heart and absolutely knows its way around a punchline. So I was in shock, I was in awe, I was in love, and I was speaking to someone who loved the theater more than I did. And up until that point in my life, I didn't think that person existed. Blah, 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 Cole Porter, blah, 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 Cameron Ebb, blah, 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 Stephen Sondheim. It was really happening to me. And that meeting changed my life because at the end of that meeting, Chris offered me my first paid directing job. And the show was Side by Side by Sondheim. Chris would produce and star in the show, and I would direct, and we were starting any minute now, and I realized that I probably got that job because you fired someone. Potentially someone in this room. I didn't care. The job was mine. And I was about to learn from this remarkable human being who, the first thing that she taught me was the definition of perfectionism. And here's the definition. It's when an insanely talented person inflicts their talent on someone else, thereby driving them insane. Is it fun to do it like this or like this? Like this, or like this, or like this. The difference. The woman knows what's funny, what's truthful on stage, and what is good. I'd like to think I learned a little bit of that from you. So, I also learned that she was rarely wrong. And I do remember a particular performance of Side by Side by Sondheim. Now, this cast is decked out in beautiful, beautiful formal wear, and my concept for the show is that there'd be little costume pieces here and there that they could put on to suggest a musical number. And the song was If Mama Was Married, and former Miss Pennsylvania, Anita Patton, who's very tall, and Chris, were singing the roles of Louise, and Chris was Dainty June. And they had hair combs with big bows on them to suggest that they were younger girls. And Chris didn't quite trust that that comb would stay in her head. So at one performance, she jabbed it in the side of her head with all the gusto in the world. And bit by bit, we started to see the light. And then kind of gushed down the side of her neck, down her cleavage, past those pretty little purple sequins that she had on. And it was like Carrie on prom night. And the cast was horrified, as was the entire audience. And she just kept singing. If Mom was married, she took it the air, give my toasters to you. And she was giving it all. We get to intermission, we run on stage, and there's Chris, with a little bit of dry blood. She's like, what was happening on stage? Honey, you were bleeding. And she's like, why didn't someone tell me? You could have sung some songs from Sweetie Todd. So really, truly, few people can say that they've given their blood, their sweat, and their tears to their art, but they can claim that. Via Chris, I learned a lot about producing theater in non-theatrical venues, because we were often in hotels or restaurants, or for Christ's sake, we were in a church a couple of times. And that's the skill that I need now in my current profession of producing special events, because I never know where we're going to be. So thank you for teaching me that. Has anyone in this audience ever tried to negotiate anything with Chris? Show of hands. Been cajoled, begged, guilted into doing it. Did anyone ever win that negotiation? Not a single? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to tell you, you may think that you lost the negotiation, but you actually won something. Because you won, you learned that when you want something bad enough, nothing is impossible. I think we can all agree that Chris has taught us that. So I'm glad you beat me every single time. I have incredible memories of zipping around in a little red car with Chris, going from Syracuse to Utica, Syracuse to Watertown, and trying to secure business and bookings for the talent company. And we were never on time for anything. Has anyone ever driven in the car with Christine? She's fast. The girl is fast. So we are racing up to Watertown. We're late. We get pulled over. I'm like, oh my God, Christine, we're gonna be so late. What are we gonna do? She turns to me, she says, if I get another speeding ticket, I'm done. I lose my license, I'm done. With all the calmness of, I don't even know where he got it from. The cop comes over, she rolls down the window, and the waterworks start. And she says, officer, I'm hemorrhaging. and I was just trying to get to the hospital. So the cop doesn't buy it, and he says, well, then how come he isn't driving? She doesn't miss a beat. She goes, oh, he doesn't know how to drive a stick. Damned if we didn't get a police escort to the first exit. True that. After Side by Side by Sondheim, the next summer I had an opportunity to study in Europe, and I was very excited to go. But Christine had other plans for me. Do you guys know the show Kiss of the Spider Woman? I was aching to move, but I was caught in her web. And Chris said, I want you to stay, I want you to direct Summerfest. The show's gonna be Anything Goes. So I was like, wow, yes. I'll do it. I'm 20 years old. Of course I'm going to stay. So I stayed that summer, and dream cast Christine as Reno, David Lowenstein, Lenore Lee, Mike Alpern, and Frank Villano. So I'm a wreck. This is a lot of pressure. And the most pressure of all is felt when it's me, Christine, and Frank in rehearsal together. Because I'm wondering, are my ideas going to be good enough for these titans of comedy? So we get in the rehearsal room and we're working, and we soon get in a groove, and we are cracking each other up. And you guys know there is nothing like when Christine laughs. I mean, it comes from the ground underneath her feet. It comes all the way up. Her eyes get really wide, and then you hear it. And then when she's done, there's a smile that lingers on her face, as if she's just had an incredibly satisfying meal. And I can tell you it's a satisfying feeling for her, but it's even more satisfying for a young kid who is a nervous wreck. At the end of that rehearsal, we're rehearsing Let's Misbehave. Chris comes up to me and she says, "You're funny." And Christine, in those few words, 1,000 fears disappeared. Fast forward, 2001. I'm directing the Drama Desk Awards, and one of my all-time comedy crushes, Lily Tomlin, is going to host the show. I'm very excited. So I'm going to meet Lily. I'm backstage at the Blue Theater on Broadway. We're going to have our first meeting, and this is the meeting where I'm supposed to tell her all of the ideas that I have in store for her hosting the show. And all of a sudden, I got that wave of terror as I'm waiting, that same feeling that I had going to the rehearsal room. Just like that, so many years back. I close my eyes and I'm just breathing, trying to calm down. And then in my head, I hear this raspy voice with a central New York accent saying, "You're funny." And then Lily came in the room, and I met her. And with that little vote of confidence, we had our meeting. And at the end of the meeting, she said, "That's funny stuff. We're going to have a good time working together." Let me tell you, working with her is like working with Chris. Is this funny? 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 But because of Chris, I was prepared. You guys know that line in the show? I think it's a great line. And I do think of Chris, except the difference is that Chris had a frontier. She saw the opportunity and she conquered it. And through her incredible vision, she brought theater to a city and gave an outlet to so many people in a way that I didn't know that people knew how much they needed her. And she needed them. And I think it's an extraordinary effort. She built her business out of nothing, except her drive, her guts, her magnetism, her ability to negotiate anything. So Christine, I applaud you for that. That's extraordinary. I hope that you guys, and Chris, I hope you enjoy the art that is on the program tonight. And I had this commission for you. And the artist would send me sketches as he was progressing just to make sure that he got it just right. And the final, he drew in all these stars. I said, God, I love that you added those stars. And he said, well, obviously Christine radiates stardust. And you certainly do. I also had the art put on a cookie. So here's a cookie. You guys can all get a cookie later on. And yeah, this way you can take it home if you want to bite her head off. You can. So Chris, I loved visiting with you yesterday, and in particular, one thing you said to me. You said that your favorite sound was the sound of music. Kiss today goodbye. The sweetness and the sorrow.
Wish me luck the same. But I won't regret what I did for love, what I did for love.
Look, my eyes are dry. The gift was ours to borrow. It's as if we always knew. And I won't forget what I did for love.
Thank you, everybody. You've been a wonderful audience.